Ezechimere, your compass to financial freedom.
I would want to talk about something that I tag, the future is cheap if you can buy it now. In the book of James, chapter 2, if you read from verse 18, he said, but someone will say to you then, you say you have faith and I have good works. Now show me your faith apart from work and I will show you my good works of obedience. A lot of people, they profess that they have believe in the future. Somebody will tell you that I have plans. I am working for the future. I have expectation that in 20 years' time, this is where I'm going to be. They are believing God that they are going to be at some point in the nearest future. But if you ask them what they are doing, you don't see them doing anything. So the book of James is saying, a lot of people claim that they have faith, that there is confidence in them. They have this belief that they are expecting a better tomorrow. But if you ask them to show what they are doing that will validate their belief, you will not find anything. While it is important we talk about this, is that your faith is being validated by your work. Our belief is validated by our work. Because in essence, it is what we do that speaks volume about what we believe. For instance, somebody that is believing God to live long, you believe God for divine health. You don't want to be going to the hospital, but you have formed the habit of eating junks. You don't have faith. If you are believing God for healthy living, definitely you will begin to walk in line, in obedience to a lifestyle that supports that kind of thing that you are expecting. You can't claim to be believing God for divine healing and all manner of junk you see on the street, you put in your mouth. And then you go back to pray for divine health. It shows that you don't believe at all. The Bible told us that even Satan believes that there is God and trembles. But does he obey God? So what kind of belief does he have? Mental assent. We believe that it's going to be better in our country. But what are you doing? Your action is counterproductive. You're expecting a better Nigeria, but what you are doing is something that will destroy Nigeria. It shows that you don't believe in a better Nigeria. You show your faith through your work. The moment we see what you are doing, we will be convinced that truly you believe on something. Our faith, what we believe, is supposed to produce good work from us. There are places that if you want to buy a piece of property, then they were very, very cheap. But a lot of people had the funds, had the resources, but they never invested. They want to invest in places that are prime. When I say the future is cheap if you buy it now, is that there are places, if you say I'm promoting real estate, why not? Why not promote it? There are no wealthy people in life today that doesn't have business in either real estate, personal business, and in the capital market. There's no genuine wealthy person that doesn't have investment in one or three of these areas. The reasons are abundant. So the future is cheap if you can buy it now. So as we are still talking, there are pieces of properties in several areas that are yet to develop that somebody can buy with the money he spent in buying a phone. The money somebody used in buying a phone today can buy him a piece of property that in the nearest future can give him over 1,000% return. But I can tell you for free, the phone you buy today, by the next day, it has lost value. They are telling you that they are planning for tomorrow, why they are destroying their tomorrow. An individual that is planning for tomorrow with diverse gratification will invest. Even in relationships, as we meet with people, the sacrifices we make, they are part of investments. There are a class of people that you can meet today very cheap. In the next 10, 20 years, you will not have access to them. So when you have opportunity to make investments, whether it's monetary investment, whether it is your time, do it now, because tomorrow it will be expensive. A plot of land in Banana Island 20 years ago was how much? Go and check how much it is today. You may not have the fund to foot the bill tomorrow. You may not. Some people that have favorite politicians that are in government places, as things are happening and then the nations are involved in the news are going here and there, are we really following the trend as to know where we are going and then to position ourselves? Sincerely, I'm talking to the young people. My dad worked in the banking sector and retired, and he did very well. But there was a little mistake I believe he made. It was when he retired that he now decided to venture into business. They almost wiped him out. The reason is because, one, the investment he went into has nothing to do with the area he was trained. He went into transportation that he doesn't have an idea about. It cost him a lot. In fact, the business didn't continue. But had he started gradually while he was working, maybe begin to vote 10% or 5% of his savings into the business that he's intending to retire to, he wouldn't have failed in that area. He succeeded as a banker, but he failed as a businessman. What is the lesson? The future is cheap if you can invest in it today. Amount of money we are getting now, you have intention of setting up one thing or the other, just begin to set apart small money and then start it small. Grow with it, learn in the process. You can start by partnering with somebody, gain the required experience to go solo or to run a bigger corporation. Don't wait until you gather the millions and billions and then set up a big factory one time. You may fail. And this is one of the reasons a lot of people say to be an entrepreneur is very difficult, because they've had news about people that got their fingers burnt. The reason is because they did not start on time. It doesn't matter how old you are. You can start today. Start small. The things we are doing today, we didn't start from the top. We started from the ground and then we grew through the ranks. And the experience over the years has given us an edge. So my advice for us today is that the future is cheap if we can buy it today. Take decision, work, take actions. Begin to take action today. Let's not procrastinate. Let's not say in 20 years' time or in 5 years' time, I will begin it. Anything you are intending to do in the future, begin now, but gradual. The future is cheap if we can buy it today. There are places you can hardly buy a plot of land now. Even if you don't have the fund, I can tell you it's not prophecy. There are other areas that are rising. In the next 5-10 years, they will be as good as that area. I'm not trying to sell my business, but this is the truth. Start small. Look at other areas that speculatively they are the next cities we are talking about. And one of the things is that what are the projections of government? What are the plans of government concerning those areas? What are the investment options that are coming up in those areas? Many people may not be seeing them now. It may take 10 or 20 years for those investments to kick off. But the people that will go and position themselves now will be the Lord tomorrow. So for each and every one of us, let's begin to make plans. That small extra car, for instance, make your due diligence. But the bottom line is every individual is supposed to own at least a plot of land. Let me be direct. The real wealth you have is in real estate. Just do the best you can. Don't follow people. Sit down, make your projections, do your analysis. Instead of going to get a new phone, go and invest it in property. Invest it in equity, or begin to use it to build your own business. 3 things that I've mentioned. Either invest it in property, invest it in the capital market, or begin to build your own business. They may say you are not changing your wristwatch. Forget about it. In the next 20 years, the person that bought that Rolex, the 2024 model, it will become obsolete in the next 20 years. And then you can spend out of your luxury, invest in today, and thank me in the future. I think that's where I want to drop the ball.
Nwaobia Ezechimere, your compass to financial freedom.